How much time do you spend developing your emotional intelligence? I suppose before I even ask that, the first question is, how important is emotional intelligence? In my opinion, emotional intelligence is the main key to you achieving your success. I know lots of people who have major academic qualifications have spent years studying and really developing their skill. But because they don't have that emotional intelligence, they can't quite get to where they believe they deserve to get. So I believe emotional intelligence is one of the keys to you fulfilling your potential. And what do I mean by emotional intelligence? I mean the ability to understand what's going on in your head so that you can choose the right communication to get to the point you're trying to get to. The things that get in the way are suddenly getting angry or feeling defensive or not quite being able to put our point across because we want to get that little jibe in because the other person is looking at us funny. So emotional intelligence is the ability to become aware of our emotions and choose the emotion that's going to get us where we want to get to. The next point then is, how do we develop emotional intelligence? Well, that's far too long a question for a short video, but to start it, we have to become aware. And I'd like to talk about what I believe is probably the most subtle of emotions that probably prevents us from getting where we want to get to more often. And it's defensiveness. If ever you say to somebody, hey, don't be defensive, they nearly always go, I'm not being defensive, which ironically is a defensive reaction. How often when we're at meetings or when we're talking to people and somebody, I don't know, they dismiss something we've just said or they don't like our idea, do we suddenly want to prove them wrong as opposed to being able to objectively analyze the position we're in? I believe that step one of developing our emotional intelligence is literally taking a deep breath, pausing, and then deciding the emotion that will be most powerful for getting to where we want to get to. And then choosing the language we should use to be most effective.